Hi guys, join Faith and Q as we discuss trending topics that affect and pushes the narrative in our urban culture. Make us a part of your day. Hi guys, join Faith and Q as we discuss trending topics that affect and pushes the narrative in our urban culture. Make us a part of your day. Hi guys, join Faith and Q as we discuss trending topics that affect and pushes the narrative in our urban culture. Make us a part of your day.
Hey, good evening, Let's Talk family. Good evening, Trending Topics family. And tonight, Faith and myself, we will be discussing some interesting topics. We actually, sometimes these topics are kind of funny when we discuss them, and it's like, what the hell? Because I always say that, it's always things to things to talk about, things that we want to share. However, sometimes we have topics that are just continue going on and on and on and on. And it's like, we don't want to always talk about the negative in the community or nothing like that or something that may have happened. However, we're going to discuss the unfortunate case of Jayland Walker. This is Jayland Walker here. For those who don't know who he is, very sad situation. Happened a couple weeks ago, about a week ago. And what happened is 25-year-old, this is according to the New York Times, a 25-year-old black man who was killed last week by police officers in Akron, Ohio, suffered more than 60 gunshot wounds but was unarmed at the time, the police chief said Sunday. That detail was among the facts that began to emerge in the killing of the man, Jayland Walker, who died last Monday after fleeing the police what was supposed to be a routine traffic stop. At a news conference on Sunday, the police released body camera videos of the pursuit and shooting that showed officers' actions but deepened many questions around his death, which remain under investigation. Mr. Walker had one traffic ticket and no criminal record. Mr. Walker had one traffic ticket and no criminal record. The police said they initially sought to pull him over for an equipment violation and traffic violation. 8 officers who were directly involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave, according to the police department. And according to department policy, the police said following the release of the related videos, hundreds of protesters marched in downtown Akron demanding justice for Mr. Walker and decrying police violence as Mr. Walker's family urged the community to remain peaceful. Wow. Faith, unmute your mic.
Yeah, I did. That's crazy.
Um,
I'm
yeah, go
speechless.
ahead.
It just is another statistic. This is how they do us. Like 60 shots, you would thought they were shooting back at him. Somebody was shooting at him, or he was. They had a call that he robbed the bank, where they found the murderer and they was chasing him. Why would you kill somebody over a traffic stop?
Well, after hearing about what happened, further into it, they let off 90 rounds and they
Mm-hmm.
shot in his body 60 times. And
Yes.
they tried. Some people tried to say they found the gun. They never found the gun. No gun was recorded.
No, he
And
had no gun.
like the article says, Sunday was the day that they released the body cam footage. We have the body cam footage. We'll show it a little later. But like, let me ask you, Faith. And I always try to get a woman's perspective when things like this happen because I know that women that have sons, husbands, brothers, fathers. Um, from a man's perspective, let me explain. Let me explain a little bit about what we're taught. We're taught no matter what, get your butt home. When you going out, get home no matter what. As a young black man at one time and as older, you're taught how to move accordingly. Not saying that this young man was doing anything wrong, but you're taught how to avoid situations because of stuff like this. Because this stuff has been repeatedly going on in our community, And it's like we're used to it. It's the norm. And nowadays, because of social media, it's more in the news. But we're taught, all right, go from point A, point B, call me when you get there. It used to be call my house
Mm-hmm.
phone, let the phone ring once, even if it's too late, and hang up, and that's the sign or whatever. Let me ask you from a woman's perspective before we like get into the case. How do you deal with having son, um, you know, and going about trying to get them to know that go move around safely and avoid stuff like this?
Um, my older boys is it was quite easy, these kids these days they different. My 16-year-old, is why mom, and this not right, and I'm just telling him you have to be safe. You have to. I'm gonna give you an example. Um, and this not with the cops, but it was with a guy, like another teenager was shooting my son rocks or whatever. So my son is schoolboy. He play ball after school and he straight home, like but he know how to defend himself, but he not a street guy at all. But the guy looking at him like crazy, so he like, "What's up?" The boy started shooting at my son, and he was 15 at the time. So I'm telling him, "You can't do that." Well, he was looking at me like I was crazy. You don't carry a gun. This is how they move out here. Guys your age, you can't do that. Like now, you saw he was smaller than you. He had to be strapped to pull out a weapon, and it's the same thing that I tell him with the police. These kids they want to talk back, like I know my rights and this and that, and they should be able to, but your skin you can't, because they shoot you while your hands up, they shoot you while your back turned, they shoot you while you on the ground. They it don't matter. So it's real scary having sons and just praying for they coming and they going, leaving and coming out the house.
I'm gonna play the video. You hear some of the cops saying ceasefire at the end, but this was after like we said, it was 90 rounds shot, 60 actually hit Jayland Walker. And my thing, Faith, and where I'm at today is we know how to move. We taught, like I said, we're taught get your ass home at the end of the day. It's
Hmm.
been passed down from tradition from my grandfather. Most of our parents were born in the segregated, grandparents was born in the segregated South, where they dealt with lynchings and stuff like that, where they was in sundown towns and so forth and so on. And for most of us, we feel like it hasn't changed. My thing is why do we? And Nicole brought up a point, like, and I understand what Nicole is saying, but why are we comparing situations in? Hold on. Why are we comparing situations about? Um, why are we comparing situations about? Well, a white person did this. A white person. We know it's a double standard. We
Hmm.
know we can't
We
move
know we not
like.
equal.
Yeah,
We
we
know
know
that we're
this.
not
We
looked at as the
it's been
same.
established. Why do we continuously go down this road of trying to fight for equality, justice, and not saying we shouldn't, but at the end of the day, we can't do what other people can do in this country
But
and move how other people move.
it's sad to hear you say that, but it's true. That the really say, yo, we can't move like them. Period. Just stop. We supposed to, and we should be eligible to, but we can't. They won't let us. They kill us. You know, um, it was people in the comments saying like, well, he shouldn't have ran. He wouldn't be dead. He ran so he wouldn't die. They know once the cops touch you, grab you, they kill you. That's what he see every day. This is what the world see. It's not just his town. It's all over. So a person, young man, never been arrested in his life, got one traffic ticket, wasn't armed. Now, 90 shots, you would think that it was a war. You don't thought they were shooting in Compton and getting shot back at or something. Like nobody's attacking you, nobody's running towards you. Why is you shooting at this baby for 90 shots, filling his body up with 60 bullets. One human being. And he looked
Yeah,
like he's a
I
teenager.
think that he looks very very young, and I can only imagine
He's a
he
baby.
probably wasn't a big guy in
No, he
stature.
like about a buck 15 wet.
And really, at the end of the day, that shouldn't matter for a person to get home safely to their family. And
And that's what he was trying to
you know,
do.
I think Faith, that even speaks of another matter. Is a lot of us interactions with police are always bad. So,
Hmm.
like you said, I think when he got pulled over, he was probably nervous,
He was scared. The
and
death. Look how many
scared,
cops was there
and
already for
and
a
didn't know
traffic
what was
stop.
going on. And then on their hand, as law enforcement, they were probably scared as well.
I don't believe that.
You don't
You know
believe
why I
cops
don't
be
believe that?
scared? You don't
No,
believe
no,
cops
I
be
didn't say
scared?
cops couldn't be scared. No, no, they wasn't in danger. He had his body cam on. He wasn't nobody attacking him. It wasn't no monster. Wasn't no ghost. Wasn't no shooter. He was in pursuit chasing someone unarmed, back turned, and shot him 60 times with his back turned, and really 90 bullets, but only 60 hit him. Do you know they use black faces as target practice? When they become police officers, Puerto Ricans and
Yeah,
blacks.
I get that, and it's
Yeah,
like,
so I believe that. Okay, you know why I don't believe it was fear? Because you never heard of a black cop killing a black man, an unarmed black man running. Never. Out of all the cases we got, and we have
oh,
many.
it's been some black cops that killed unarmed
No,
black men.
killed unarmed. And they have killed. I'm talking about killed the unarmed
It,
black
it,
man.
I'm quite sure. See, my thing is, I'm not
No,
saying that it's
you can
right.
Google it. I googled it. I googled it for
I'm not
argument's sake.
saying that it's right. But what I'm saying is, why do we expect anything less when it's continue going on? Why do we expect it to be changed?
It got because we have to. We have to. If we go with that attitude and don't expect to get better, we're never gonna go any further. We ain't where we been, and we got a whole lot to go, and it still feel like it's the same, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So we gotta feel like we gotta complain. We can't just say, "Well, this is life." This is how it's gonna be for us. No, we gotta speak up, and we need leaders. You
So so,
know,
so let me ask you. So we gonna continue marching, continue
no,
complaining,
no,
and
no.
continue getting slaughtered.
I feel as though, I'm tired of marching. Like I feel as though it's time to fight back. Y'all going to make changes, or we gonna have to fight back. That's it, and that's all. Like that's it. Y'all doing us dirty. We're not slaves. You know what I'm saying? So why should we? The color of our skin, we still beneath you. Like our lives don't matter. All the marching, all that. Some got to definitely change. I'd rather us be separated.
Mm.
I'd rather the black police the black neighborhoods. They understand that they know they don't see a black man and see fear. They see their brother, they see their sons, they see they're gonna talk. And if they gotta, because some people just ignorant, because all cops not bad. You know what I'm saying? All police officers are not bad. I got a few white officers that's white and they thorough, and they ain't pretending they thorough. But majority, from what we see, you know, when it comes to black people, it's not questioning, it's no arrest made, it's death over selling cigarettes, selling CDs, walking down the street with a hood, coming out still with chips, walking towards them. You die. My like I told you, my cousin Brenda Tate Brown got shot in the back of his head. In the back of his head, by a police officer. They said they stopped him because his lights was out, but his lights was on, so he turned the car and come on. Then they had footage of him dragging the body to the driver's side, passenger side, saying that he went and got a gun, but that he was trying to get a gun. That's why he shot him in the back of his head. But he got shot at the rear end. I know I told the story, but it's serious. And guess what? They still got their jobs. He
So you
shot in the
don't
back of his
so
head,
so
unarmed.
let me ask you. You think, see, my thing is this: we're not going to be treated equally.
I ain't think
It's
about
just not
being
going to
created
happen. It's
equal. I
just
just want
not
to
going
be
to happen.
fair. I just
I
want my
mean,
sons to be able to come home.
at the end of the day, Faith, I think that what we do is becoming a repeated behavior, not only on those officers' fault who continuously kill unarmed unarmed black men. The repeated behavior is we get upset, it's an outcry,
Yeah,
the family gets money, and
yeah.
then we
And
on
then
to the next
until the next
shooting.
body.
Yeah, I mean, literally, we know,
I feel like
we kind of know this is gonna happen again.
I'm tired of marching for for justice. Like far as oh, we want them arrested. No, laws need to be made for us. We built America. We live here too. We Americans. What's wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And when you say equal, before I used to think that when I was younger, like, white people were superior. I was to be like, I thought, being black was the worst thing that could happen to you as a child, from what I was seeing. But then as I got older, and I know you could be whatever you want to be. It's harder for us, but we definitely could be whatever we want to be. Period. And even though the president couldn't do too much, even with the president, I never thought that I'd live to see that. So I feel as though we need to vote to have laws in for us. We need our own race policing us. I mean, for everybody, the Puerto Rican police, the whites. I mean, I ain't trying to separate, but I'm just trying to stay safe. So that's the only thing I can come up with, honestly.
So, Mr. Jayland Walker, rest in peace, young fella. You know,
He like a baby.
city of Akron is definitely ready, raising up for you. The world has got their eyes on you. The world has got their eyes on your family, and unfortunately, it's just been another shooting of an unarmed black man.
Yeah,
And as we would say, the beat goes on.
to next
Wow.
week. It's gonna be another one next week, and it's like they're going back and forth.
Yeah.
It's like the cops go do them, then the white kids go shoot up schools and parks, and
We're going to discuss that.
it's sad.
So now, Faith, we have this gentleman, Robert E. Crimo. Robert E. Crimo. How you think his picture look? You think his picture looks like a because it's
I
like
don't
they
want to be
follow.
judgmental, but looking at him, I would have thought a little off, on drugs. Not trying to stereotype him or nothing, but from just looking at the outside, he looked a little off.
Mm.
he looked, he looked crazy.
Well, unfortunately, he Robert E. Cromo, they call him Bobby, faces 7 charges of first-degree murder in connection with the shooting, which happened on the 4th of July during the parade in the Highland Park section of Chicago, Illinois. Said he was on the rooftop of a nearby business and opened fire minutes after the parade started, sending parade goers and participants running for safety. A judge on Wednesday ordered him held without bail. Um, in a virtual hearing where a Lake County assistant state attorney allegedly Cromo confessed to firing the crowd in a voluntary statement to law enforcement. A preliminary hearing was scheduled for July 28th. Investigators believe the suspect planned the attack for weeks. The suspect was dressed as a woman in woman's clothing to help conceal his identity, blended in with the crowds as he fled the area and went to his mother's house. Um,
Wow.
we've been, Faith, we've been discussing these type of things. What is the weeks that we've been doing the show for trending topics is we've discussed the shooting every show.
Every show.
And this is another what we consider a mass shooting. A mass
Yeah.
shooting in America, they actually just changed the guidelines for what a mass shooting is. It's three or more people. And I don't think people realize it. It has been over 300 mass shootings in this country this year.
Wow.
I mean, some of them don't even make the news or mainstream
A
media
lot of them.
for us to talk about it because it's been 300 and we're not even in 300 days. So, um, he killed 7 people from the age 8 to 85.
Wow.
Um, and this type of stuff is going to
So did
continue
they say he
because
crazy?
no, you know what's funny. What I thought was interesting, not funny. What I thought was interesting is that he pleaded guilty. Most people with their defense attorney in the preliminary hearing, they'll say not guilty or wait till trial. He said he was guilty voluntarily, which is kind of different than we're used to seeing. The mental illness angle. Some people always use the mental illness or whatever. So where are we going with this? Like,
With this case, you would have him say he can't even speak for himself. That's what his lawyer do. His lawyer say that, he's so mentally messed up, he didn't know what he was doing by pleading. I want to take the plea back. They're gonna make him look crazy. That's
I
always the MO.
um
The cop is always
I
scared,
find it interesting,
and
Faith,
the
and the
kid
reason
always was abused and neglected, and
I,
and,
f-
and a
I
little
find it
off.
I find it interesting because, like I said, a lot of people know that we've been basically locked down for the last 2 years, and it's a bunch of people in here that's unstable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and this is where the country is kind of going because anybody could be um, basically used as programmed. You're so
Mm-hmm.
programmed with the news, social media.
Mm-hmm.
So you're so strong in what you quote unquote believe that now you done been triggered and you think your reality is I'm going to physically harm somebody, and then you really do it and you really seek out and you harm other people. And I
Mm-hmm.
find it interesting how comfortable, and I know that we feel like we live in a country that's free. We have a right to go certain places, but at the end of the day, I think that we're not being vigilant enough. We
Yeah.
grew up in a certain area,
Yeah.
and then we moved to a different area, and I think that that awareness that we should always have, I think that a lot of people are just
Yeah.
like,
You get comfortable. Yeah.
and you never know when somebody's going to lose it or do something like that. But I just think that a lot of times people aren't aware of their surroundings.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
true.
me and you live in an open carry state. We used to seeing people with
We know to
guns. You
watch our
could,
backs.
yeah, and we could see,
We already. I don't care if it look like a nice area. We know to still watch our backs.
yeah, yeah, and when
Like.
you drive to certain areas, to have your head on the swivel. For us, when you're the only black person around, you be like, I don't think I should be in this area too long. So
Exactly.
my thing is like, where are we going?
We just. I told you every time every week I'm just like feel so hopeless and helpless. I be thinking of us speaking about it, talking about we done marched. I told you I marched, I did all that, and families did it since Martin Luther King and before that. Marching ain't helping us. Marching not helping us. I feel as though we gotta help ourselves, or we just want to continue to get dogged. I
Do you
feel like
think?
we like the slaves that was house niggas. You know, well, I eat. I got a roof. I'm gonna
Do you
just stay
think?
out of the massive way.
Do you think we'll get back to that one? What do you think? Like, it's the gun laws because everybody says it's the gun laws, it's mental illness. Do you think
No,
that
because
that's
you
a
know why I'm
quick
not gonna
cop
say
out?
the gun laws because the gun laws because the black people don't go get no registered gun no way. You feel me? They ain't kill nobody with they license to carry gun or a weapon that they that's lawful to use. They killing with guns off dirty guns. So the only one the law work for is the young whites that go get the gun out the store. They ain't had no record because they know they was taught. All of back in the day, they was young without a record, could have got a gun soon as they turned 18. Nobody taught them that. Nobody told them that. The old heads didn't even know that. They thought you had to be white to get a gun and all of that. So even with down to driver's license, people just start getting license now. Back in the day, everybody get cars, and the cops take it, they'll get another one. No license, no nothing. Like, I just feel as though we late with even getting our lives together, our minds right. As far as with them guns, the only way the laws is good for is the white people to get them shotguns and all that. Black people ain't walking in and getting those sawed off shotguns and snipers, nothing with their
But
ID.
Faith, let me ask you
You heard
though.
me? With their ID, they
But
not doing it.
let me ask you though. My grandfather had a shotgun. They was taught, them
Yeah,
old
the old
Southern.
one, older heads
They
do.
was
I
taught.
believe
They was
you
taught.
should have a
Have
gun in
you a
your house.
shotgun, boy, and your grandfather had the shotgun.
You had to protect his family.
Even though he hunted, you knew he protected his family with that shotgun.
You
Ain't
doggone right.
ain't none of us go near the gun. Ain't none of the
Yep.
kids
Y'all
think
knew
about the
better.
gun. You knew better not to go to grandpa's shotgun.
Yeah.
And you knew it was for him to either hunt or to
Or
protect his
protect.
family.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, and even going way back when, when the gun laws, and they changed the gun laws during the Black Panthers, because in California, the Black Panthers, California was an open carry state
Yeah.
until Ronald Reagan and them, one after the Black
Yeah, they
Panthers
didn't
and
want the
them.
blacks to be armed.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And back in the day in our generation, you know, the men that didn't know that they was teaching their sons and nephews and them that you get a gun off the street. They didn't know that they teaching.
Yeah,
They was
I
teaching
said
them
Ronald Reagan.
to
Ronald
get it
Reagan wasn't.
illegally.
He wasn't even. I don't think he was in the government then. I said Ronald Reagan, but he became the governor of California after that. But
Yeah.
they definitely went after the
It's a
Panthers.
different way of teaching. White people, the Caucasians, they teach their kids how to hunt. They teach them how to shoot early. And it's not
So
against the law,
so
but
I'm gonna ask you: do you think that's where our disconnection has went? Because
yes.
our grandfathers did it. They hunted.
But
They
they
did it.
but they didn't teach. I'm not them talk about the generation that just got wasted when the drugs came and stuff, because a lot was missing. Nobody was teaching. We really kind of fend for ourselves and learned on our own. You know what I'm saying? And if you where we at now, surviving, you survive at the fullest. Because many didn't make it. And some, um, off bad right now, strung out on drugs, dead, or, in jail. And the ones that still standing, we've been through a lot. And we really had no teachers. If we had, say it was a black your father in the house, and he teach you, this gun could kill, and we teach you how to hunt and teach you target practice. You know not to touch that gun. Like now, these kids, they find they father guns, and they think it's a toy, and they not taught. 9-year-olds killing a 6-year-old brother because the parent left the gun out because they wasn't taught. If they was taught, do not touch this. This is dangerous. This is what it do, and blah blah blah. You know, accidents and things like that wouldn't happen with that. So it's all about the teaching to me. Period.
Well, onto something. I'll read the. I'll read this out of the Independent. Let's see. I'll show you the
Okay.
video.
Vote Senator Mack.
Now, that video, which has gone viral in the last 24 hours, is a Rhode Island state lawmaker, Tiara Mack, has defended herself
You
against the
didn't. It
video.
didn't show.
You sure?
Yeah, we didn't see the video. Show it show let's talk trending topics.
Vote Senator Mack.
It's just showing me.
Yeah, but anyway, that's a video of
Oh, now her picture there. Yeah.
that's a video of she's twerking, and
Oh my
Vote
God.
Senator Mack.
it has went viral in the last 2 days. Just talk about some background of her. It said a Rhode Island state senator is getting ridiculed for posting a campaign video of her twerking upside down in a barely there bikini. Democrat Tiara Mack, 28, used her official district TikTok page on the 4th of July to post a saucy clip of her shaking her booty while in a headstand on the beach. That A. Someone can be heard saying admiringly before Mac, wearing a skimpy yellow bikini, turns to the camera and begs, vote Senator Mack. So she's basically gone viral.
We should have sent her at.
She's a senator in Rhode Island. She's defended
Vote for her, Rhode
herself.
Island. Vote for her.
What do you think?
Look, they voted for Trump, and Trump was accused of rape. So
allegedly
accused. No, he was accused. I didn't say he did it. I said he was accused. I didn't say he did it because he wasn't charged.
So what do you think about Miss Mack? And
honestly, in my opinion, it was tasteless. It was tasteless because her position. But in her defense, I feel like she's human. She's human. Like, she's off duty. She's at the beach. She's with her family. She's goofing around. I don't think it's that deep how everybody making it. You know, I feel like she's a person. You know, if we all be judged for things that we shouldn't be doing that's inappropriate, we'll all be jacked up. So I don't think they should be that hard on her. I think I kind of like seeing her be human. You know, you see these people and they like robots and they go crazy. I don't think everybody just.
You think she was wrong putting on her political TikTok? It wasn't on a regular TikTok. It wasn't on a personal TikTok.
That's why I said, what if it was leaked? Like, we don't know if it was leaked. You know, she was black, man. We don't know, but she didn't. It's not against the law of the twerk. To me, it looked like yoga on the beach. I'm going to defend that black woman.
It definitely wasn't yoga.
I'm going to defend that black woman.
It definitely wasn't. Well, I'm just going to say that it definitely wasn't yoga. She was on her head.
It looked like yoga. She's strong on her elbows, on her head. That takes strength. That takes practice.
That wasn't yoga. That was twerking in every sense of the word. I think that she shouldn't have put it on a political TikTok. I mean, I don't know what that was all about. And her saying vote for Senator Mack.
I think it was a sense of humor. I don't know. The world is weird now. I ain't gonna lie about that. But I don't think she should be ridiculed over it. You know, she's being herself, having fun. She's human.
She's gonna get blasted for it though, Faith.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not gonna be part of that.
But let me ask you, what you don't think that it's right to hold her accountable, an elected official accountable?
Oh, yeah, I do, but she's dancing. She's allowed to. I'm serious. That's how we get African.
No, but it's not. But Faith, it's like, not at the end of the day.
Very sensual. Our culture, we dance sensual, sexy.
But you're not an elected official.
I understand that, but
you can't do what a normal quote unquote citizen can do. You should be held to a higher standard. And we could say, well, other people, we can't keep using other people as an excuse.
Don't we post to hold police officers to a higher standard as well?
But we're not talking about police officers.
No,
we're talking about her. She should know how to move. I see them more
dogging on her than real life issues.
No. I don't think I think that any elected official.
Oh, they dogged her.
She's supposed to get dogged. She's supposed to get dogged.
Dogging the cops.
But the cops get dogged for stuff like that too.
No,
But Faith, you
can't. They ridiculed him. They said, "Why he run?"
We cannot mix issues. We can't.
No, I'm not mixing the issue. I'm just mixing the example of how our own people will drag on.
It's not our own people. It's whether she was right or wrong. Was she right? As an elected official,
inappropriate. It was inappropriate.
It was inappropriate.
But,
okay.
But is it that deep?
No, it was inappropriate, and they were calling her out on it.
But I don't think that it was that deep to be and all over big news.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Would you want your state senator to be doing that?
I'll be embarrassed.
If you saw your state senator walking around in our state senator, your state senator is different than mine because of the district. and he was walking around in some hoochie boy shorts on the beach, cutting up, how would you feel?
I'll be embarrassed.
Yeah, so it comes
I'm
with
embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for her too, but it's just the fact that I don't think how everybody going ham. I don't think it's that deep. She twerk. She's human. You twerk. Everybody twerk.
no, I
Men
don't
twerk.
twerk. No, I don't
Oh,
twerk.
you done twerk for your woman behind
I don't
closed
twerk.
doors.
But see, I'm not an elected official. I think that an elected
No, I
official.
understand that. I just feel as though it's not that deep. Like how everybody go, oh my God, I can't believe it. Can't believe that this boy 25 years old got shot 60 times. Can't believe that. Like it's
Faith, stay on topic.
I am. What I'm saying is they
This
dogging
young
her.
lady is 28.
But you know how
After she got done handstanding twerking, she said, "Vote for Senator Mack." She used her twerk as a campaign
I'm
ad.
about to say maybe she used to be a hot girl. How you say she? But she maybe a little bit came out. But
Ugh.
nah, honestly, I just feel as though it is it was tasteful. It's like, but other than that, it's not that deep. And then to say the vote, yeah, she probably blew the campaign and she probably got it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what that twerking do.
Yeah, I do think that sometimes we do look at certain things and may blow it out of proportion, but I do think keeping it in context that
Yeah.
she may have been having fun, enjoying herself on the beach, and like you said, it was just tasteless. I don't think she should be dogged out like that. But
And they
sometimes
going ham.
some
They
sometimes you
was
gotta
like they embarrassed by her to be black. They was saying this is not a queen. Like they was saying some deep stuff. I'm like, yo, y'all worry about the wrong stuff. Like, okay, say your opinion, but it's not that deep. It's shocking, but ain't done nothing shocked me after our president. So nothing. Can nobody do us worse than well, I would say he did us worse. Trump mouth off the hook. I thought he was funny, but I never thought we'd have a president like that. Never.
he wasn't the worst. Trust me.
No, I don't think he was, honestly. I know he was the funniest. He kept me
Uh,
laughing. I
he was
watched his
a
debate just to laugh because he was hilarious.
so Tiara Mack. Mm. So you sent me a video. I couldn't get it on the system quick enough of the young lady in Ben Salem down that way who drowned in a pool.
Yeah. She they kept telling the lifeguard they can't find her because they checked the water and they telling them no, ain't nobody in there, no list. So when they finally realized that she was at the bottom of the pool, they got her out, but they didn't perform CPR on her. Somebody else did, not the lifeguards. They kept saying, help her, save her. He just kept saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I don't know if he didn't have the training. I don't know if it was because of her race. They didn't get to the bottom of it, but he went and performed CPR on her. But 9 out of 10, she was already, she was missing for like over an hour before they found her. So I don't know. It's new, it's fresh, so I got to get more information on it. But the family is outraged. They felt as though the lifeguards could have saved her and didn't.
Yeah, that's a sad situation. I know it was a shooting down your way,
On the fourth,
on the fourth, and I know that the mayor of Philly had caught some slack with some certain things he said. I think he shut the city down from having big events for temporarily. I know a lot of
no, they
people was
wanted him
upset.
to. Okay, no gun zone came at his neck because he got no gun zone was basically saying that why you keep having these big events when Philly off the hook. You know what's going to happen. It should be y'all not doing nothing about the killings, the regular everyday killings, and then y'all have the nerve to keep doing outside things when what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen, and you don't prevent it. There's no protection down there. You know none of that. So he just basically said he can't wait to get out of office. Like he's so tired, and that's what the whole argument debate was about. Saying that, how he sound, do something about it or whatever.
I mean, that has always been some of the things that I always ask when you hear a city has a lot of violence. You got great. You have politicians who are politicians, and they appear to try to help. You have a bunch of community activists who are real activists, and they're really out there in the community. They're trying to help. It appears.
Hmm.
You have celebrities who are from the town who look like they're trying to help, and it appears. But it continues to happen, and it's not just Philadelphia. It happens in all the major cities, and I think that I don't know per se, but I always think that maybe the approach to how it can be handled may be the wrong approach because it always happens. I mean, we know we've seen community activists all our lives, and
Hmm.
it's like, yeah, y'all good dudes, y'all show up, good dudes and good young ladies show up. Y'all always there for the people, but it ain't stopping.
No,
Like, and I don't want to appear to you, Faith, like I have a defeated attitude because
no,
I
I
don't.
understand,
But it's
especially
like
because you're a black man. You more
it's like
targeted than than anybody on the earth.
yeah,
So I
it's
understand
like
you get
yo, what's
tired.
going on? And I kind of have a community of people that I deal with who are in major cities and they're really doing their thing um and with their advocacy, but it's like it ain't stopped.
It ain't stop. You know what? Because nobody's being helped. You know, in the hood, you already know who killing us, each other. You know, they not arresting them. The cops out killing and arresting innocent unarmed black men. They not getting the armed killers that's black or and terrorizing us in our neighborhoods or whatever. They let them run free, and it's like who nobody's standing up for us. We not standing up for ourselves. We just hoping every day it don't happen to us. That's all. And then the big outrage when it's caught on camera, and that lasts a week now. Sometimes not even a week. It lasts about 4 days. A hot topic, and then it's gone. That soul going. That family not thought about none of that unless it's real big, like how the Trayvon Martin is still not guilty.
Cause I
Like
cause
no,
cause I ain't gonna front to you, right? Every time I see the video of that Kensington section down there,
what?
I
No,
just
you got to see it in person. I got.
Faith,
I want
Faith,
to give you a tour.
I just shake my head and I'll be like, is this
And they
real?
and it's like 80% white. You go down there,
So
I couldn't.
so let me
I never
let
saw
me
white people like that.
so let me ask you a
So
question.
I was in
They
shock.
the police just let people just
The
lauder like
police
that?
walked right past them. If you go down there, the ground is covered with needles, covered. Not 4 or 5. Remember how back in the day how the streets was covered with the Coke top bottles and stuff. You would thought that was that on the ground. It's all needles. They nodding. They going to cardiac arrest on each corner at one time. Is crazy. It looked like I could film a movie, The Living Dead, and just walk by. Like they look like they got full makeup on, like a zombie and all that. It's crazy. And the cops they had the cops don't want them touching them because they're afraid they got the virus. They don't mess with them. They sleep out there. They got dresses outside in the rain, sleeping. Got their clothes in the dresser under the bridges like it's a house. It's sad. Like I never saw nothing like it
So
in my life.
actually seeing it, because I've seen videos and I probably drove through there and I just ain't
I'm gonna
paying
do
no
one for
mind.
you. I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna go live and show you. Like it's sad. It's scary. It's scary. You gotta watch
Wow.
your foot. Don't have on no flip flops or sandals. It's nothing but needles. We call it the Batman land. You know, it's horrible. And it's majority whites. I never saw white people like that. I'm from the hood, and I'm used to seeing black, people on drugs, strung out, and never in my life seen nothing like this ever. Not only because they white, they look like zombies. Like it's bad, and they young. They be 20, 19, all the way up,
Wow.
teenagers. I'm gonna show you. You're gonna be like, what? And you're gonna see the cops just walking by. Yeah, they don't even stop drug dealers. They don't. They
Unbelievable.
don't. They sell drugs in front of the cops down Kensington. They bust traps right
Unbelievable.
in front of them. Yeah.
What? Anything else, Faith?
No, just it's a sad thing. It's a sad we come with bad news every week. Let's pray
Yeah,
for some good
yeah.
news next
Now
week.
you know what's crazy is that I do be seeing some stuff that we could discuss, and we'll shift a little bit, and I don't want
No,
people
I
that
want to get the news out there, but it's just so sad.
anybody that's supporting us, we want to thank them for tuning in, and
Yes.
a lot of people watch us on the rebroadcast, and I don't want people to think that, oh, all they doing is talking about the bad. So we do want to talk about,
Yeah, but we gotta talk about it though,
but it
y'all.
is but it is
We
trending
gotta talk
topics.
about it. We just gonna find some happy news too, but we gonna talk about it.
It is trending topics though.
Yep, it's trending
But
topics.
with
Yeah,
that,
and also y'all out there, y'all hear something, y'all know something, hit Q up if y'all want us to discuss something that
so
y'all
let
came
me
across that
let
we
me ask
didn't.
you. I see you got Sean coming. He said she said this week.
Yes, we're gonna talk about his life story. Before
Explain your
jail,
podcast, Faith.
huh?
Explain everything like he
Oh,
said. She
okay.
said.
Yes, on he said she said it's a male is and a female, which is me, Faith Brown and James Gilder. Um, Basically we talk about everything that's going on in life. You know, everything, drug addiction, everything, but on a personal type level. So you get an opinion and perspective of a man and a female. We have the audience call in, ask questions, they comment, they text. We also promote people, like if they got their own business, whatever they got going on, music, they write books or whatever they doing. We invite them on our show. Lift one another up. And so this Friday we have a Sean Hartwell. Those who don't know, he was the 15-year-old sentenced to 23 years in prison for a kingpin charge. He did 20 years. He came home. He's standing strong. And y'all can hear all about his story Friday at 7 p.m. Facebook Live on He Said, She Said.
Yeah, he's also behind the logo "Fuck Prison," so
Yep,
make sure y'all
his
check
logo
him
for
out.
prison. He
He's a he's
also an
a
advocate for people that's incarcerated. He don't want nobody to go there. He don't want nobody to go back there. And he a big deal right now. I'm very proud of him. He's from my hometown, Elizabeth, New Jersey. And to come from jail for 20 years and to come out standing tall, you know, that takes strength, that take God, that take determination, that take everything. So I'm looking forward to hearing his story.
with that. We will see you guys next week. Check us out, Trending Topics. Check Faith and James Gilder out on He Said, She Said podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Best way to support is to support by like, sharing, subscribing.
Yes.
With that, take care. We see you guys next
See you
week.
next week, guys.